third-degree burns. You're very lucky to be alive.
I would be lucky if they would give me my pain medication. It's unbearable, but they've decided I can't have it.
I'm sorry to hear that. Why do you think this entity let you live? This entity with a mirror for a face?
Sometimes. All the time. I feel like I should have died. It wanted me to die. Or at least to wake up and see.
Elizabeth, why?
I looked into it as the flames were going across the carpet and my drapes and the ceiling. I was frozen. I wanted to run away. I wanted to run for my life so badly, but I also wanted to look into the mirror.
Your neighbor made the call, and firefighters found you in the middle of the room, and completely engulfed in flames, just staring at something. What were you looking at? What did you see, Elizabeth?
I saw my soul. I saw everything. I looked into my soul and it was good. I'm not a bad person.
I see. We won't push you any further than we need to. I do need to clear up a couple of things. First things first. You did go in for a tattoo before this happened. Prior to encountering this mirror, we'll just call it mirror face.
Yeah, Honest Ink tattoos on Burnside.
And looking back, do you feel like the events are somehow related?
Yeah, I feel like they're related.
They did blood tests, blood panels when they brought you in that evening, and results showed no abnormalities. So you weren't drugged with any psychotropics, and you weren't poisoned. So there's still some things they got to figure out. So what would you call it?
Pain. Agony. I saw things. I heard things so intensely, so vividly. Mr. Cranston. Officer. It either was there or it wasn't.
Was it right after you got the tattoo that these events began?
Yeah, a couple of hours, my best guess.
Elizabeth, Dr. Nelson has received your scan results and will go over them with you. He's notated the high levels of neurotransmitters like dopamine and epinephrine and stuff, things that officers like me are not qualified to talk with you about. But I bring that up because he's been reviewing your case and wants to have you checked for what's called undifferentiated schizophrenia. That's when a person exhibits behavior that fits into 2 or more categories of schizophrenia. Catatonic schizophrenia can cause a person to sit motionless and immobile for hours, which is how first responders found you. And then we need to find out why you're having these hallucinations.
I don't feel schizophrenic, officer.
It's just a checkup. Many people with conditions do not appear ill, but once they find out what's going inside your head, they can start to rule things out, and then I can do my job.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He will want to know if you're suffering the loss of appetite and family history and all that good stuff. But he'll check in with you and go over that with you. You're still very pretty, and you're lucky to be alive.
Thank you, Mr. Cranston.
That's officer.
I've been here 72 hours, 3 days. Man, am I hungry. I need some, I need my lawyer, I need a phone call, and how about some decent food? Let's see, how are we gonna get out of this? I think I can clear it up only if I can get out of here. I need to summon him again. Think. Well, at least you got some time now, isn't it? We can do this. Just need some time. I've got it. It's almost counting on me and starting to wrap this up, before it goes way too public. Bicycle blue, time. All the people that know stuff that aren't supposed to know stuff they know about, now they want it. It's a mess.
Swords and unwelcome surprises. Some of Dad's friends invited me to the station, said they had to leave on Dad, and I was able to sit in on a very interesting interview. They had one of the survivors there.
Oh, really? And how did that go?
It was just like the survivor described. She couldn't help but look into its mirror.
I was frozen. I wanted to run away.
University of Auckland, New Zealand.
And what does that have to do with this?
That's where I received my degree in Egyptology. Some time ago, I joined an archaeological site in Egypt. The travel was hell, but the university paid, and it was worth 3 credits that I really needed at the time. So, as we were exploring what was at the time just a curiosity, our expedition was suddenly hit with a tunnel collapse.
Shit.
Right? We found ourselves trapped about 200 meters below ground. As we explored walls of the cave and tunnels, we found a chamber covered in this residue. I know you heard of Osiris, the god of the dead. Well, a lot lesser known cults formed around one of his minions. A cantankerous little god that would terrorize people, a god of woe. Cults would build temples underground, hundreds of meters below ground. They would bring friends who committed atrocities. Whosoever should survive judgment by their own soul would be vindicated. Nobody would ever speak ill of them again. But they soon realized Bapeth takes anyone he wants, not just the wicked.
I've provided you with so many people. Why will you not go away now?
You're the one that called me. You knocked on my door and I answered.
This isn't how it was supposed to go. I provided you. I have provided more souls than I'm willing to admit. But you still take them?
What I want is you.
The illustrated woman and I, we've been working in tandem. Now that I know what you want, you require an honest man. I have an honest man for you.
I do not want another soul. You call, I want yours.
I think he's exactly what you're looking for. And this way, we can close the door on the house of woe. You can go back where you came from. I can write my paper, and then we can prove that there's other worlds and transdimensional travel. I'll get my fame. You'll get your souls.
If he meets all the requirements, and you know them by now.
You'll get your soul. The illustrated woman, well, she gets to go on her social justice crusade. This way, all 3 of us are happy. So I'm going to deliver you this man in the next form.
What is this place? What is this place?
People are coming together. The hangman, a resolution, change! What kind of change? What kind of change is it? I know what kind of change it is. It's death! It's death! Death is coming!
You. I know you. You're the one in my father's case files. It's you.
I'm sure my picture was all over that case file, except admittedly, different clothes, whole different attitude, all part of the act. She's right. I lured your father into his end. You, in a short couple of minutes, are gonna meet the same fate. Anything you want to say?
I'm sorry, but it has to be done.
You know where he is. This insufferable know-it-all. You know where he is. Are you gonna tell us where he is? Or do we have to beat it out of you?
Oh, this is too much. You think she's with you? Poor young man.
I had no choice but to work with him. We're both trying desperately to fix something that we broke.
He doesn't need to know this.
Yes, he does! Tell him everything! Tell him everything.
Well, you're not gonna like it. Turns out, there are other dimensions. Not necessarily a hell, per se, but I wouldn't want to live there. The beings that live in those dimensions, well, they're not really nice things, and we tried desperately to close it. We did. Anyway, we were going for what would be called the scientific dream. Finding new universes. Finding expansion within our reality, and I had it. It was so close, but I needed something. I prayed the biopet at the lab, and we opened the portal. But what came out? What came out of the porthole was hungry, and it needed food, and the food was us.
That's bullshit. How's that even possible?
That crazy lady took the KD5 and started tattooing everybody, and everyone started dying. And everyone started pointing the fingers at us, so we needed your father. Well, he was sacrificed into the other dimension, and that means we only had one option. You. Falls to you, young man. See, I told you I wouldn't like it.
We just need your help.
You're about to join your father.
What are you doing?